Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
The Washington Times stories. Advocacy.
February 5th. 4:52 America, New York. 50-car train derailment causes big fire, evacuations in Ohio. A freight train derailment in Ohio near the Pennsylvania state line left a mangled and charred mass of boxcars and flames Saturday as authorities launched a federal investigation and monitored air quality from the various hazardous chemicals in the train.
Mirror World News.
February 5th. 4:06 America, New York. China issues warning and threatens resolute response after U.S. shoots down spy balloon. The balloon, which China has insisted is a weather balloon which was blown off course, has been shot down over the Atlantic after crossing the Carolinas.
New York Times World News.
February 5th. 3:41 America, New York. China finds itself with limited options after U.S. shoots down balloon. Beijing registered strong discontent and protest. But there may be little it can do to retaliate. A Chinese balloon that was struck down by an American fighter jet off the coast of South Carolina on Saturday.
Washington Post World.
February 5th. 3:03 America, New York. Pope makes final bid for peace, forgiveness in South Sudan. Pope Francis is making a final appeal for peace in South Sudan.
New York Times World News.
February 5th. 3 o'clock America, New York. What to know about the Hong Kong 47 feet trial and the national security law. Beijing used a national security law to quash dissent. Now another warning is being sent, with the mass trial of what was once Hong Kong's political opposition. A show of support in 2021 for 47 Hong Kong democracy advocates charged with subversion.
Washington Post World.
February 5th. 2:52 America, New York. Turkey detains 15 for as links but finds no concrete threats. Turkey's official news agency says 15 people have been arrested for alleged links to the extremist Islamic State group following days of security warnings by Western consulates.
Washington Post World.
February 5th. 2:42 America, New York. Former Israeli PM. Putin promised not to kill Zelensky. A former Israeli prime minister who served briefly as a mediator at the start of Russia's war with Ukraine says he drew a promise from the Russian president not to kill his Ukrainian counterpart.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines. Sky News.
February 5th. 2:40 America, New York. China threatens further actions over U.S. downing of suspected spy balloon. China has threatened further actions in response to America's serious overreaction in the downing of a suspected spy balloon. Balin.
New York Times World News.
February 5th. 2:17 America, New York. Pervez Musharraf, former military ruler of Pakistan, dies at 79. Mr. Musharraf took power in a bloodless coup in late 1999 but resigned under threat of impeachment in 2008. He drew fire for his ties to Washington.
BBC News World.
February 5th. 2:15 America, New York. Pakistan's ex-president Musharraf dies aged 79. The former president, who seized power in a coup in 1999, survived numerous assassination attempts. World News. Breaking international news and headlines. Sky News.
February 5th. 1:08 America, New York. Former President of Pakistan General Pervez Musharraf dies after long illness. Former President of Pakistan General Pervez Musharraf has died after a prolonged illness at the age of 79, according to Pakistani media. Former Pakistani President Pervez Musharraf has died.
BBC News World.
February 4th. 23:55 America, New York. Wealthy UK family to apologize in Grenada over slave-owning past. The Trevelyan family, who owned more than 1,000 African slaves in the 19th century, will also pay reparations.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines. Sky News.
February 4th. 22:36 America, New York. Beyond the balloon watch gimmicks, this is an extremely serious moment. For beach-walking South Carolinians, it would have been quite the Saturday afternoon spectacle. Peter Flynn of Myrtle Beach sits on the beach near the Springmaid Pier, in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, witnessing the Chinese balloon getting shot down.
Fox World News. February 4th. 21:54 America, New York. Japan fires aid for anti-LGBTQ comments. Outrageous. Japan's prime minister fired a top aide on Saturday after the aide reportedly said he wouldn't want to live next to gay or lesbian couples or even look at them.
https://globalnews.ca/feed/.
February 4, 2154 America New York. Logan Mayu's Magic leads London to their fourth win in a row. The London Knights improved to 17-4 on the road with a 5-1 win over the Erie Otters. London Knights.
RT World News.
February 4, 2126 America New York. Putin did not threaten Germany, Scholz. German tanks are also no threat to Russian territory. The Chancellor claimed. Chancellor Olaf Scholz has claimed a consensus was reached with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky that Kiev will not use Western weapons, including German Leopard tanks, to stage attacks on Russian territory.
BBC News World.
February 4, 2031 America New York. Turkey elections. Biggest test for Erdogan amid cost of living crisis. Rampant inflation is a key issue for voters as Turkey's President Erdogan faces elections in May.
The Washington Times stories. Advocacy.
February 4, 2001 America New York. China says U.S. shooting down balloon a serious violation of international practice. The U.S. military on Saturday shot down a suspected Chinese spy balloon off the Carolina coast after it traversed sensitive military sites across North America.
Fox World News.
February 4, 1842 America New York. Girl dies in shark attack after trying to swim with dolphins. The girl suffered injuries to her leg that proved fatal, but police did not report either the full extent of her injuries or the type of shark involved in the attack.